I was introduced to Neville Beling as a journalist who could help him tell his story in book form, an idea which was born during his mediation with Letlape Mpahlele, the APLA commander who had been credited with authorizing the Highgate attack.
To write the story too, I never knew what I was getting myself into.
What did you get yourself
into? I didn't
into?
think it would get so... I had no clue what it is to write a book.
But maybe you just didn't have a clue what it is to try and write a book with me. Another person, it may have been a whole lot simpler.
I don't know any other people. I wouldn't know if it would be any easier. I don't know, because this is a different... Although I've looked at other stories and compared, like you say, this is a totally different story to other stories out there which has got a beginning and an end. This has got a beginning and a lot happening, but there is no end.
A lot did happen in his story, but to Neville's dismay, not enough was happening in our interviews.
What surprised me quite a bit was your silence, a lot of times. Just allowing me to talk, and even if I repeated myself, you would listen and listen and listen. The experiences I've had, or previously to other people, they always had a lot to ask, and you just listened. We saw you as starting to be part of the group, and that's where Auntie Jill came in, part of the group, not as an outsider anymore.
All right. That was a big moment for me when I realized that you not only had been generous enough to allow me on those very intimate moments, like the healing of memories, experiences, and when you did start calling me Auntie Jill.
That was a group thing, where we called each other Auntie Lundin, Uncle Neville.
I worried about my relentless method and how I was subordinating Neville's pain to my need for his story.
I had to start going back and reliving, because after each interview, or whatever you want to call it, you start putting it behind you again and just closing that door. And like a day like now, you have to go back and relive it, just to be in that moment again. Not a bad thing, I don't think.
Why is it not a bad thing? Because it's particularly alive today because we're here, you know, on the site of the shooting. We're in the hotel where you were shot. So why is it not a bad thing?
As much as I want to put it behind me, I never want to forget about it. Although it's been very traumatic for the family, for everybody. I never want to forget about it. It might sound strange, but the pain, yes, to forget about, but